much.
You look like you've been working.
So fucking much.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I hate winter. I hate cold. I hate snow. I fucking despise it all.
That's great.
Oh, God. It won't stop snowing. It won't fucking stop snowing. Why won't it fucking stop snowing?
Also, it's being a real dick about it. Like, it doesn't snow a ton. It's just like an inch or so every night. And so it's like every morning you gotta shovel again.
Anyone who lives in the South, you'd love to know what the fucking snow looks like? Fuck you, you've got it good. You're not missing anything but a fucking headache.
It's a little rough sometimes.
A fucking 6-month-long headache.
It gets a little rough, absolutely.
Rich hates Christmas. Kind of. Christmas is the most overrated holiday.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm a Halloween guy, so like I'm okay with calling Christmas. No. You know what?
Change the title? Did we not change the title?
Oh, motherfucker! I was almost on it. Look at that. One thing. I was so on it.
Rich, you're living in Milwaukee with you. I didn't choose to set up base here, alright? If I had my way, we'd be in, like, Nevada right now.
Oh, I'd love to work out of Reno, man. I'd love to work out of Reno.
Hit the casinos in your free time.
Yeah. Hold on one second.
See how Rich deals with 125-degree heat in the summer. I was visiting someone in Phoenix when it was 120. That is nightmarish. I'll take that over the snow. I'll take that over the snow.
You know, I wouldn't.
I would.
That's not.
I would.
That's not me. You would. I'm sorry. I don't like. You know, to me, when it's cold out, you can always put on more layers. You put on a big old pair of boots, or you know, you.
Wearing the thickest gloves you could find. My fingers were so cold. Not only were they numb, they hurt.
Yeah.
They hurt.
Oh no, I'm with you. Like I wear, you know, those stretchy gloves. I wear those under these giant thermo mittens, and the tips of my fingers still go numb.
I was wearing comedy gloves. They were so fucking thick.
Like Mickey Mouse.
Like Mickey Mouse. I look like I was wearing fucking Mickey Mouse hands.
Yeah. It's tough.
Do you suppose under those comical Mickey Mouse gloves, he's got like these horrible looking claws?
Well, he's a mouse.
These gaunt looking like monster claws.
I mean, basically, he's a rat, right? Because he's so big, and they have claws. So of course he has claws. Of course he has claws. That's Mickey Mouse.
Which sounds like a vagina. How would you know? You've never seen one.
They sound different in real life. You might have seen the pictures of them, but they sound different in real life. Let's start a new game here. Burn. I like the snow. You know what I like more than the snow, Rich?
Anything.
No. Here's the thing I enjoy most about living here in Wisconsin is we get 4 seasons.
Yeah.
You can live someplace like Los Angeles where the coldest it gets is 50 degrees and it never rains and it's you know, beautiful weather all the time. But then I think you forget. Like I think it makes you a more boring person not having the changes in the seasons. We got shit going on.
Fuck that.
Absolutely.
Fuck that.
Absolutely.
I want to live in the fucking Bahamas where it's just 75 all the fucking time.
See, okay, now you're talking.
Dang it, the season change. I got a stupid fucking reason.
I like the season
Stupid
change.
fucking reasoning.
No, I like
season
it.
changes make you a better person.
It does.
Just pointless misery for months on end.
The snow, the leaves fall. Spring is great. Oh, it's great. it's great. I like the seasons. I dig it. Yeah, and you go too far south, like the Bahamas, and you got hurricanes and shit to deal with. I'd much rather have snow.
Hawaii is constantly 80 degrees, and they have the highest happiness rating in the U.S.
Don't they also have like the most muggings of any like United States?
You know why? Because they don't have winter. Who wants to mug somebody when it's fucking 16 degrees out?
Exactly. It's great. You don't.
My thoughts on the Solo trailer in 2 sentences. I can give you 2 words. Don't care. Don't care. It looks fine.
I'm not even gonna go looks fine. I just don't give a flying fuck. I mean, here's what I would be excited about as far as a Han Solo movie is concerned. I don't want to see like Han Solo's origin story. God, I don't care about that. I would love to see him go on a fun pirate adventure.
You're gonna get his origin story.
Of course we're gonna get his origin story, but I don't necessarily want that. I don't give a fuck about like what drove him to the pirating life.
So what game is this?
This is Dandara.
What is Dandara?
Dandara is okay. So here's why I was interested in Dandara.
Yeah.
Because recently we played Iconoclasts.
Yeah.
Which was that like Metroid-like 2D whatever, right? And if you remember, my big, if not slightly, what do you call it, hypocritical complaint is that it wasn't different enough than than a Metroid clone.
Yeah.
Even though I wanted a game like Metroid, but with a little spin on it, right?
Okay.
So here we have a bit of a Metroid clone, but it has a spin on it, which is this right here. The way you move, you do not run and jump, Rich.
You don't run and jump at all.
You don't run and jump at all. You can only go from platform to platform.
Okay.
And it gets a little crazier later.
I'm not sure I feel about having no running or jumping, but all right. All right.
Yep. So you get a little more in depth later because the levels, we're in space, right? And so like, ooh, there you go. Like, look. So the levels start like switching and swooping on you. I played a little bit of it, just to check out the controls and whatnot. And I thought it was pretty all right. So we're gonna play it on stream. And let's see what's up. Let's see what's up with Dandara. Or Dandara. Or Dandera. I don't know how you pronounce it.
The Han Solo standalone film quite literally could be the defining film of our generation. And you mean like in that it has no creativity?
Yeah. The defining film of our generation. Just piggybacking off of the successes of others and doing all we can to scrape by. Yeah. That's fair. He didn't say it was positively defining our generation. Dandara? Can we ban cell phone games from streams in the future? I don't know if we've ever played a cell phone game. Or are you saying this is a cell phone game?
That might be what they're saying.
Oh, well, then you're kind of being a jerk. But no, wait. Oh, you know what? No, I did play a cell phone game. I played an iPad game once. I played that weirdo game from the makers of Guacamelee. Remember? On the iPad. What was it called?
I don't have any recollection of this.
And you were like a girl and you had a mask and there was like swiping involved. You were like a ghost girl.
Was this a solo thing you did?
Severed. No, it was called Severed.
Okay.
And we played that.
wanted to see a movie about the first Jedi and the first Sith. That would literally make me throw up. That would literally make me throw up. That is like the opposite of what I am interested in.
Yeah, I guess think about what you're asking for here. Like, all that stuff is like the backstory for a reason, probably because it wouldn't be terribly exciting and or it would ruin already established canon. That kind of stuff is the introductory, the backstory, the peripheral that we build our adventure on. You don't want that story. You don't want the story explaining how Han Solo got his little dangly keys, or his dice. You don't want that. Han Solo is a pirate and a rogue, and boom, that's his character. That's all you need.
Okay, so you gotta be quick on those.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, there's some doobly doos in going on. You know, for general movement stuff, yeah, it doesn't make a ton of sense, like being fast, but there's some puzzly stuff. Since Jack said I don't need it, now I kind of want it more. Yeah, I get it. I'm not. I can't be excited about it. We don't need a Han Solo movie unless it's like Han Solo a couple years before A New Hope, and he's on a cool pirate
That's
adventure.
great. That's just great.
What?
I'm Han Solo. Star Wars.
Did you see the Deadpool 2 trailer?
There's a full trailer now?
There's a full trailer now.
Okay.
It's funny.
Okay.
It looks good. Cable looks awesome. But, you know, it's Cable, so that's exciting.
You know, I owe 2017 an apology.
You owe 2017 an apology.
Last stream, we were talking about AAA games and how it just wasn't that much I was interested in, you know, and
Okay.
I thought about it. You know what? 2017 wasn't that bad a year for gaming. I was reflecting on my statements.
Yeah.
I wasn't giving Breath of the Wild enough credit. I said it's fine. It's fine. It's good.
Breath of the Wild's good.
It's
yeah.
pretty damn good. It's a great
Yeah.
game. Mario Odyssey, it didn't rock my world.
Yeah.
A good game, fine game. Friday the 13th came out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say it. 2017, pretty good year for gaming.
Yeah, there was some good stuff that came out. There was some good stuff that came out last year. I think there was a lot of good.
2017 was an amazing year for gems. What you on about, Willis? That's kind of what I'm talking about right now.
That's what he's saying. He's saying maybe you were a little short-sighted. Maybe you were a little hot-tempered.
What, me?
Zelda was 16?
Was it 16? Oh, it might have come out in December.
Did it?
Yeah, for Christmas.
Jesus, I have no idea.
Okay, then 2017 sucked.
This here is what sold me on the game. At first, I was playing this earlier, right?
Okay.
Dandaruff, and I wasn't quite sure what to think about this, and then I got to this person right here, and look at the art on this lady with the giant legs and the body.
It looks like some kind of grotesque was it Robert Crumb? R. Crumb drawing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like whatever it is. I like it. It's weird and fascinating.
R. Crumb's horrifying.
Yes.
Not as art, I mean, just as a human being.
Oh, sure. I love the look of it. I love the character drawing. So after that I was like, oh yeah, I'm sold. I think I'm a spirit or something. I'm like the spirit of the people. And I gotta save them from something. I don't actually know what the story is.
2018 should be better. Red Dead Redemption 2 alone? You haven't seen Red Dead Redemption 2?
We don't know.
We haven't really seen shit gameplay-wise.
We don't know.
You don't know they haven't ruined it.
All we know is that they're super down with microtransactions and loot boxes now, so that's what you got going for you here. Rockstar's all about the microtransactions now. There's gonna be a big multiplayer element to Red Dead now.
Like, if there's still their usual strong single-player aspect of the game, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Protagonist sounds like he's going to be an asshole. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad game, though. I'll miss John Marston.
Oh, wait, he sounds like he's going to be an asshole in a negative way? Or, like, he's going to be an asshole and I'm excited about...
Like, just from the trailer, he seemed kind of scuzzy.
Oh, okay.
Like, not fun bad, but just like, this guy's a prick.
Oh, sure. Okay. But not like, yay, I get to be a prick.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do all that over again.
Like Trevor in Grand Theft Auto 5, that was, yay, I get to be a prick.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you.
Of course, it's a prequel, so John Marston's probably in it. Do you play as him? I've heard he's playable, but that's probably like at the end of the game. I don't think he's the star of the story.
Like after you beat it, you get to like play, or it's DLC. The John Marston
right.
prequel. Yeah. Test for pizza roll. I see a pizza roll, Baudreau. Test successful.
I've heard that John Marston's going to have a new voice. What I have heard, this is not at all confirmed.
Okay.
But that the guy who did the voice in Red Dead Redemption for the main character, he's just retired from voice acting.
Oh no.
This is what I've heard. I don't know if that's bullshit. It might be.
They can't call him back for one more hurrah.
Something like that.
Hi.
It's not a rumor, it's true. Alright, I mean... this is something I heard someone say, so I wasn't going to confirm it. It's absolutely facts.
You heard it here first.
Right.
That's a prereq exclusive.
Some misinformation gets spread.
Yeah. He'll come back if the price is right. Yeah, maybe. I can only imagine though, like Rockstar knows what's up. If they really want to, they probably offered him a decent price, right?
I have no idea.
Why can't I get him to say that?
You probably have to blow those walls up.
Oh my god, that's a wall. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why, yep. Alright, can't blow them up yet.
So I heard something upsetting about No More Heroes 3.
You heard... Okay, No More Heroes 3, which we know is coming to the Switch.
They had a trailer for it, right? And I didn't notice this at the time because the music in the background of that trailer is so loud, and I know why that music was so loud. You couldn't really hear the dialogue that well over just the music they were playing.
Okay, yeah.
They recast the lead. They recast Travis Touchdown.
Oh, sure.
It's not, what was his name? Robin Atkin-Downs or Robert Atkin-Downs? I forget his name, but it's a different guy. And he made that game. The last two, he made those games. That's a big deal recasting. Gotcha.
And they were trying to skirt that.
I think they were trying to just hide it with the music. Darn.
Well, that's too bad. But, people age. People age and they get out of the business.
Was it part of that voice actor union strike, maybe? I've heard that's exactly what it was.
Oh.
Because that guy doesn't. He's in like every fucking video game. That Robin Atkinson's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's on strike. Do you think that's what happened to Red Dead Redemption guy as well? Or no, they're just saying he's retired.
That's what I've heard.
Gotcha.
Which Evans never age. I can't help it. The only way I can stop aging is to die. And once you're dust, that's kind of peak aging, right? Dust, you're done aging at that point.
I mean, technically, I suppose the dust, you know, like you can still, like your corpse is still in time. But yeah, I think that's when they stop counting for you as a person.
Okay. Enjoying the stream, and the first thing I hear is Rich say, the only way to stop aging is to die. Thanks, guys!
Welcome to the stream.
Should have heard my epic snow rant.
Epic! You took that snow down a peg, Rich. Finally.
Second death is when someone speaks your name for the last time. Whatever. I don't care if I'm remembered. That's not something I worry about.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Who will remember me? We all get forgotten.
A bunch of internet weirdos.
What's that poem? Is that poem Ozymandias? This is a statue in the desert, and it's a weathered statue ruined. You can still read what's on the plaque, though, and it says, I am Ozymandias. Look at my works and tremble, and it's not the intended meaning, because the statue's all fucked up, and you can't really tell who it was.
Sure.
Their legacy has mostly been forgotten, and that's the double meaning of the look at my works and tremble.
Yeah. Ah. That's neat. Rich Dust Evans. Could you turn game...
Look upon my works, ye mighty, and tremble.
Game music is down a bit. Tell me if that is more acceptable.
Is it End Despair? Okay, it might be End Despair. I don't know.
Look upon my works and despair?
It's been a while since I heard that.
Well, that would make sense, too.
When I die, throw me in the trash. Look, I don't think they're going to take me up on it. I've authorized people to sell my ashes to the fans as long as the money goes to Karen. I have authorized this. No, I don't think anybody's gonna take me up on it, and I'll be dead. I have very little control over it.
Absolutely. Here's why I don't think anything could happen is because like we'll be seen as the weirdos if that happens.
I'm okaying it.
You have to not only okay it, like you have to facilitate it, because like even if like no, Rich was totally okay with it. Look, here's a recording of him saying he's okay with it. Like yeah, but they still sold his ashes to a creepy fan. Like.
Always cryonics, Rich. I suppose it's your only chance, but nobody's ever going to revive anybody who's been cryogenically frozen. It's not going to be worth the hassle of doing it. Even if they could.
It won't be worth the hassle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're already like working on overpopulation problems as it is. Now we got to deal with you undead assholes. Come on.
They can't even freeze you right now. The process of freezing you that creates ice crystals in your cells, which just destroy your fucking cells.
Oh, well then there you go.
Comically hard to revive somebody who's been cryogenically frozen with today's technology. If you can do something to keep those ice crystals out, maybe you got a shot. What about transcendence? Just be an android. I was referring to uploading your brain into a computer.
Sure.
Well, probably won't be an option in my lifetime. It's probably humanity's best shot at immortality, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you get fun. Then you get Altered Carbon. Then you get Altered Carbon's universe where the super rich are the only ones able to afford.
Why are the super rich the only ones that can afford this?
Well, they're the only one. No, everyone can have it, but the super rich are only able to afford like upkeep and new bodies and like.
What do you need the body for? You just need the server. You live in a virtual paradise.
But who's keeping up the server?
Who needs a fucking android?
Who's keeping up the server, man? By the way, I finished Altered Carbon.
Yeah.
Speaking of.
Yeah.
And while the series starts off like amazingly mediocre, is how I want to call it. Like, it's so mediocre, you're actually surprised.
Yeah.
It's kind of okay.
So it's still mediocre after you finished it.
It's like, what do you call it when mediocre is scratching at kind of good?
A letdown.
It's
You call that? You know what you call that?
Huh.
Wasted potential.
Yes.
Now I haven't seen it. That's not my judgment on it.
Yeah. Wasted.
I'm just saying that's what you call mediocrity, scratching at just something that's just above its head.
It's right there. It has some really neat ideas. It has some really neat ideas and some fun fight sequences. They've had some really fun fight sequences, including a fully nude fist fight.
Okay.
Like full nudity fist fights.
Dudes.
Huh?
Dudes.
No, lady.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not a bad looking lady either. But here's what I'm going to say about the full nude fist fight. Tastefully done. Tasteful. Which I think is a hard thing to say about a nude fist fight. Tastefully done. But overall, like an alright show. I think I just don't like the actor who's in it. He's no good. He's the guy that starred in Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's a bit of a derp. Okay, great.
Now, nude fist fighting, not fisting. I'm sorry we got your hopes up.
Oh, yeah, no. And, like, I think there were some swords involved, too. There's just a fully nude fight sequence, which was actually, like, a really... like, that's my problem with Altered Carbon, is it has some really neat ideas. You know what it reminded me of? And you won't care about this, but the chat will.
Solo? The Solo trailer?
No, because I didn't have it. I didn't care about that.
I'm just thinking of something the chat will care about that I don't.
What it reminded me of is the theatrical release of Blade Runner, the one with the voiceover.
Okay.
Which is just significantly not good. It's like not right. And so Altered Carbon is the voiceover version of Blade Runner. With a little bit of schlock.
Aren't we plugged in?
It's on. It must have gotten unplugged.
Shit happens. Shit happens.
It does, Rich. Why do you move like that in the game? That's the only way to move. The only way to move is from jumping to white surface to white surface.
That's the game.
That's the game.
That's what makes this a unique experience.
Yes. And so I can only assume later on we're going to get more like have to quick jump and shoot, and like your gun doesn't auto shoot, like you have to charge it and release a shot. And so I can only assume it's going to get a little more difficult as we get to more challenging platforming sections, if we want to call them that.
What game has the most wasted potential? Mine is Resident Evil 6. The combat is as good as Doom 2016. I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that. I know the Resident Evil's got a little bit action-y,
yeah,
but I still highly doubt that specific thing.
That's a big shoe to fill.
Right.
You might want to think about that comparison.
Oh, so Slay the Spire.
Slay the Spire, Rich.
I started playing it after the stream.
Yeah.
It's addicting.
It's fucking good.
It's
right?
it's addicting.
Yeah. It is.
So what happened to your run? If you didn't tune in last time, Jack was having an epic run.
I was having a great run.
He had a fantastic victory on the head boss of the second world.
Because of we talked about it. It's a game where you can take your time and really think out your moves, and you came up with a great plan.
Yeah.
Which is what turned out to be a quadruple poisoning.
Yeah.
And it
was more than that.
Well, it was a quadruple poisoning, but exponential.
Yeah.
And so it was 3 times 3 times 3 times 3.
Yeah.
And so it was just like maybe we could poison him to death. And
you were skeptical because he only had a little bit of poison on him.
Yeah.
You triple that, but that's not much.
And
like,
you triple
do
that,
it. You do it multiple times.
And I was on the ropes, Rich. I was on the ropes, right? We did it. We beat the boss. It was a great victory. A great way to end the stream. Here's the problem with...
well, you were going to continue that epic run.
Well,
everyone was looking forward to seeing you continue this epic run.
I never promised I was going to continue it on stream. I continued it at home and won the game. I won the game with that hand, or with that deck.
Why didn't you stream this?
Because I couldn't just save that game and continue playing a different game, and I wanted to keep playing the game, so I had to finish so I could play another game. Here, something interesting about the rest of that run, though.
Oh, tell us about all the amazing adventures you went on.
Well, so I ended up winning. I beat the game. It was my first time actually beating the game. I never got that combination of cards again.
Yeah.
That combination where I could make 3 copies of the triple poison card, that never came up in the rest of the run.
I found it wasn't game breaking, but I found a really fun combination that I was playing.
Okay.
There's a card called Double Tap.
Double Tap.
And your attack, whatever attack you use, it doubles.
Oh, okay.
It goes twice. I had another card called Headbutt. After your attack, you get to pick a card from your deck, from your discard, to put on the top of your deck again.
Nice.
They comboed really well.
Oh.
Double shot, headbutt. Oh, what cards am I going to pick for the ones that come back? For the 2 times I get to use my headbutt because of double tap? Oh, I'll take double tap and headbutt again.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, that's fun.
It was a fun combo.
Yeah.
Because headbutt did decent damage.
Mm-hmm. No, and then if you could just keep using it over and over.
Oh, every time I came across a headbutt, that was going in my deck.
Of course.
I upgraded the double shot, and it was just your next 2 attacks. Well, and it was basically I could have the exact same cards every turn.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. No, and I think, that's kind of what we were talking about last time with like the one person who had like the mega, like the 2-card deck that was unstoppable. Whereas like every once in a while you need something like that in a roguelike that makes it schlocky fun.
Well, I didn't beat the game or anything, so it wasn't even overpowered, but it was pretty effective for a while.
Oh, okay.
I eventually just got overpowered. I wasn't doing enough damage, I guess.
But you did not beat the game.
No, I did not beat the game.
Interesting.
It was just a fun combo.
Gotcha. I think I'll buy Slay the Spire for the music alone. It's good, and it's one of those early access games where, much like what was it, Dead Cells?
Yeah.
Where it's done enough where you can have some fun, and also kind of look forward to the rest that they're going to do. But it's done enough, which is very nice.
Would you say Slay the Spire is worth it at the current price? Big fan of roguelikes. What is the current price?
20? 8? No, 16, 17, 16 to 20. What's the current price?
I mean, this is the thing that's relative to anybody. How much is $16 to you in the grand scheme of things?
Sure.
Some people it's a lot. Well, at least more than you're comfortable spending on a game.
Absolutely.
For some people.
I can tell you this: before the stream, I was at 20 hours.
Yeah.
And remember, it's not just roguelike; it's deck building. And someone, whether it was on Twitter or on YouTube comments, was pointing out, someone was asking us about like Hearthstone and stuff like that.
It's
right?
roguelike deck building.
It's roguelike deck building, but a deck building game is different than a collectible card game, right?
Yeah.
Like a collectible card game, that's your Hearthstone, that's your Magic the Gathering, that's your Pokemon trading card game. And that's all about paying to win,
You pay for the cards,
Yes.
and then you keep the cards forever.
Exactly. In a deck building game, the same cards are available to everyone. You just randomly choose, you randomly get them into your deck, and it's all about building your deck. And so I say more than if you like roguelikes, you need to figure out whether or not you like collectible card games. Or sorry, you need to figure out whether or not you like deck building games. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm not ready for a boss.
I'm sorry. Dr. Lubitup says, when you caught up with it, I got a ton of tips now. That's good. That's a good thing. You keep tipping. Don't stop ever tipping ever. Dr. Lubitup says, thanks for bitching about the freezing cold weather and snow. We're in the third day of a 40 centigrade 104 F heat wave, and I feel cooler already. I'll take the heat wave over this shit. I'll take that fucking heat wave. Anonymous says, Solo, same shit as The Hobbit. It should be a smaller story, not an epic where he's involved with the Empire and shove everything in. So in one adventure, he gets all his stuffs. Han, the Chosen, Solo.
That's true. You're right. You're absolutely right. Nothing we can do about it.
Brown Adam Sandler says, Star Wars is making a series of films by Game of Thrones guys, plus a trilogy with Rian Johnson, plus the Han Solo movie coming out, plus possibly Obi-Wan and Boba Fett. Should we kill ourselves now or wait a little? You could just ignore it.
That'd probably be smart too. I saw that news that the I guess I can't go that way. I saw that news that they're giving the Game of Thrones guys like their own Star Wars movies. I'm not a big fan of the Game of Thrones series.
Yeah.
And really all they did was adapt an already mega popular franchise. Which is what they are doing with Star Wars as well. They're just adopting a mega popular franchise. They did have a big misstep. Their plan after Game of Thrones was to make that alternate history. What if the South won the Civil War for HBO?
That'd be great.
And then
that'd be great. That'd be interesting.
It could have been. It got shut down.
Yeah.
It got shut down, and so apparently they failed up to Star Wars.
I don't know how likely that would actually be, them winning the Civil War. They didn't have the infrastructure the North had. But still, as a what if.
It could be fun. I think there's a lot of possibilities of someone bungling that, like super hard. I really like Man in the High Castle. That's really fun.
Yeah.
Which is a revisionist, like what if Germany won World War II? And there's some neat ideas thrown around in there.
Did you ever listen to Art Bell?
Art Bell?
Yeah.
I think you've mentioned his name before. I don't necessarily remember
Coast
who
to
he is.
Coast AM, he had a radio show. The radio show's still around. He's just retired from it.
Mm-hmm.
He'd do, like, aliens, ghosts, conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And every now and then, he would just take calls from whatever weirdo and whatever weirdo story they had.
Okay.
And he had somebody call in, claim they're from an alternate Earth where the South won the Civil War.
And he took the call.
Yeah, he took the call and he interviewed him for a while. Visiting our dimension.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think
I guess in the world where the South won the Civil War, they've invented trans-dimensional technology.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
so they got that going for them, I guess.
Despite the fact that the South was backwards as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get your panties in a bunch. I'm talking about the Civil War era South.
They're already in a bunch, Rich. You can't stop that. You can't stop the punches.
Art Bell knew how to fucking roll with it, man. Art Bell was either a true believer,
Yeah.
which was interesting, or he was a fucking con man, which was also interesting. He was either a true believer or a modern day P.T. Barnum who knew how to sell it.
Either way.
Either way, I'm
Either
fine
way,
with
good.
it.
Okay. That's great.
I don't think he's doing radio anymore, Art Bell. He's still alive, but
He is still alive. Is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
he was a true believer for sure. See, maybe it's because I'm cynical. I err on the side of him being a con man, a showman, like P.T. Barnum, but still not an actual believer.
And even if he was maybe a skeptic or someone who was like just
Oh, he didn't play a skeptic, that's for sure. Whatever fucking crazy thing you said on that show, he bought it. The asteroid's gonna come, and I've foreseen that it's gonna destroy all plant life on the planet Earth. Oh, when is this gonna happen? When is this gonna...
Really? That is so fascinating.
Yes, that's how he would play
That's how he would do
Yeah.
it? That's great. That's fucking great.
That was actually the Hale-Bopp comet. That was an actual episode he had. The comet was going to come, and there was an alien thing on the comet that was going to release something that was going to destroy all plant life on Earth. And that was the Hale-Bopp comet.
Oh.
And that's how he got tied in with the whole Heaven's Gate thing, because he had someone on the show talking about some kind of alien thing on the Hale-Bopp comet.
Well, there you go.
So he got tied into Heaven's Gate.
Oh, that's great. That's just great. What's that?
You heard the call where some guy said he was an Area 51 scientist? Which one? that was like half this episode. You're probably thinking of Bob Lazar. He's the big one who claimed to have. He started the ball rolling with that Area 51, and they have UFOs deal. Incognito Lens says, I'm reminded of the story behind Meet the Medic. It was originally going to be about how the medic made his metagun, but they realized that the origin story of an inanimate object was boring/dumb.
What they're referring to is the Team Fortress 2 Meet the Team series of animated shorts. Something Valve started to do to drum up publicity for Team Fortress 2. And it was true. And then, all of these shorts, these are like 3 to 5 minute, like little, here's the fun thing the character does, right?
Yeah.
And that is absolutely true. No one cares about how the medic built his medigun. You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here. People might think they care. No one cares how the Millennium Falcon was obtained by Han. They think they do, Rich.
We know how it got obtained by Han.
Oh,
like this is completely unnecessary.
Exactly. Like we don't need the story of what game he won to get it from Lando, right? We don't need any of that. It won't be as cool as you think it will. And honestly, based on that trailer alone, the only thing that I am looking forward to is young Lando, who looks fly as fuck. He looks like Superfly.
We literally just saw a picture of him standing there.
And he looked awesome. He's got the little mustache, the goatee. That man looked like Superfly. I loved him. I'm saying he looked cool. He can't help it that he's so dope.
Nano says, Rich, you consider Red Dead Redemption full game stream? That's a lot of game for a full playthrough. I don't know that I will ever do a Red Dead Redemption no death run just because there's a lot of Red Dead Redemption.
Sure.
But it's a fine game. It's a great game. Also, are you going to see the new Solo movie? I'll probably have to for work. Looks good, though he may be too much of a big guy for me. Let's hope it's better than the last just... Somebody in the chat earlier, when I said, I didn't... the chat always wants to talk about Han Solo. Somebody in the chat says, no, we don't. Last 4 tips have been about the Han Solo movie, all right?
We like the sci-fi
4 of the last
stuff.
5 tips.
We like the sci-fi stuff. It's the new big movie coming out. Watch the Deadpool 2 trailer. We'll just talk about that. Domino looks great. Speaking of Superfly, we get Super Afro Domino. She looks great. The metal arm looks good.
How about a Bloodborne no death run? You see them pigs flying yet?
Bloodborne is one of those where I think we talked about maybe working really hard and getting a no lost.
That was maybe I could conceivably do that, and I can't do it.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? No, no one.
Oh, I'd love to be able to.
Someone
can, but I'm not that gifted.
First look at X-Force 2. Yeah, that looks fun. Good old Deadpool. Deadpool will be interesting because it'll no one is going to be surprised by it. I think the first Deadpool, no one knew what to expect.
Yeah.
And so they're like, "Oh, how refreshing." Fun take on the a superhero movie that kind of takes the piss out of superhero movies.
Yeah.
And so now that everyone knows what Deadpool's all about, it'll be interesting to see what they do with the second one. And a new creative team.
If it's more of the same, would that be horrible?
No, it wouldn't be horrible. Because, the first one was really fun. So if it's more really fun.
USA is taking on Russia in mixed doubles curling right now. Did the Olympics start?
Did the Olympics start? I honestly have no idea if the Olympics started.
Here's the deal. I actually enjoy the Olympics, but I can't stand the network broadcast because they only show the boring shit.
Okay.
It's like the fun thing about the Olympics is those weird ass sports you never see unless it's the Olympics.
Yeah. Curling.
Like curling.
Yeah. Where people are just sweeping ice.
No,
what are you sweeping ice for?
They just want to show fucking ice skating, and it's like, what a waste.
I agree that ice skating is a waste.
It's like I could watch volleyball or the 100-meter dash for the 1,000th time. How is curling weird? Well, somebody in the chat is from Canada.
What are you talking about? It's a perfectly reasonable game that all of us play. You know, you toss the pebble down the ice and you got your sweepers, you see. And the sweepers, they can't really control the pebble, but they can move it slightly or slow it down, speed it up, you know, just help control the descent of the sweeper into the bull zone.
In chat, I wasn't even talking about beach volleyball. I just mean like the full court volleyball. It's just interesting to watch because you never see that on TV unless it's the Olympics. Not that beach volleyball doesn't have its charms.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised beach volleyball isn't its own show. Like that's a weekly show.
Olympic badminton is awesome. I would love to see Olympic badminton. They would never air that on TV. Not on network TV.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah.
Olympic badminton?
I had a teacher in high school who was an Olympic badminton player.
Really?
Yeah.
I am shocked that is a real thing. Olympic badminton.
Yeah, Olympic badminton.
I mean, I love it that it's a thing. Also, I'm shocked. Volleyball isn't a thing in the U.S. I mean, I don't think
Not
it
really.
is. No,
Except for beach volleyball, and we know why.
it's the tiny clothes.
It's the one sport where the women's version is more popular.
It's because they wear tiny clothes, and usually all of the contestants are very fit, very physically fit. You see.
Olympic ping pong is insane to watch as well. I would love to see Olympic ping pong. That's another one you will never see on TV.
Yeah, they don't really show us stuff like that.
100-meter dash. They only show the boring shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Andre S. Silva says, hey, let's talk about a good film for a change.
Okay.
Do you guys expect to receive that many copies of Vampire Assassin? We kind of know you guys. I'm not shocked. By the way, one of those were mine. Cheers from Rio de Janeiro.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you for your Vampire Assassin contribution. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked.
No, Mike specifically asked for something. He got
Yeah.
the thing he asked for. No,
Yeah.
there's very little surprise there. Come back here, Dick.
Low-key B85 says, not sure if you already know this, but the new game by the FTL devs, Into the Breach, set for release February 27th. I hope it's great. I knew they were making it. I didn't know it was set for release in February. That's neat.
Yeah, they just announced that's fresh news,
We'll see if it was lightning in a bottle or if they got something else.
right?
We'll see. Boudreaux says, were you guys ever fans of Red vs. Blue or the eventual channel Rooster Teeth? They started pretty small and have really exploded over the last few years with something like 300 employees.
Oh, that's great. I remember watching Red versus Blue back in the
I
day.
didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh man, that was like early web video
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And it was amazing for anyone who doesn't know, and if we have a younger audience, they might not know what Red versus Blue is anymore. It was like one of the early versions of machinima.
Yeah.
using in-game video game graphics to tell a story. And so they used Halo multiplayer and a custom view model of a character without the HUD to be like the camera.
Yeah.
And then they would like animate their characters and put their voices in afterwards, and they created a little story, Red versus Blue, and it was hilarious. It was absolutely hilarious. I have not seen this in over a decade. I have no idea if it has aged well.
Yeah.
But I thought it was the bee's knees.
Okay.
Yeah. It was so clever. I mean, not maybe the jokes weren't. I don't know. Like I don't know anything about the content, but just the idea of using this multiplayer arena to make your animation is like, oh, what a great idea.
Yonder says, preemptive tip to Karen for Rich Evans' ashes. Thank you very much.
Wow.
See, why pay for a funeral when you can make money? Waste money on a fucking burial plot. For what? I'm dead. Sell that shit.
It's not usually for you. It's, for the people around you. Whoa. Okay.
40K Funky Tomb says, hey guys,
Yeah.
long-time viewer, first-time tipper.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack, for turning me onto Valiant Comics. I was wondering what your thoughts are on the recent Valiant buyout by a Chinese-oriented filmmaking company.
Yeah, I saw that. And I'll tell you what, I am woefully behind on all my comics reading, including my Valiant comics. So I don't even know where they are comic book wise. Like I don't know if their stories went to shit or whatever. But
yeah, Valiant is they've never had the luck.
They've never had the breakout star. Even fuck.
Way back in the day, it was Jim Shooter's baby. They fucked him over, stole the company out from underneath him.
Yeah. Well, they just, even Dark Horse, who's always been kind of in the peripheral, finally started having those breakout characters, right?
Is Jim Shooter still with Valiant? Oh no, he got ousted back in the 90s, man. Mm-hmm. That's when they went to shit the first time.
Yeah.
Because whether or not Jim Shooter was an asshole in real life, he was a fucking great editor. Mm-hmm. That man knew how to run a comic book universe.
Yeah. Yep.
And have a tight, interconnected continuity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. So they got bought by a larger entertainment company, probably hoping to, pull a Disney and take all of this massively popular property not popular property, to take this massive world that they've spent decades building and pluck the good stuff and make a movie, maybe make a TV series. Will it work? I don't know.
Jim Shooter was the editor at Marvel in the 80s when Marvel was still good. And then he got ousted.
Yeah.
Not weirdly enough, Marvel went to shit after that in the 90s. So he started a Valiant. Valiant was great. People loved Valiant. And then he got ousted. And then Valiant went to shit.
Ah.
The story of Jim Shooter is a tragedy. Though considering he kept getting kicked out of companies, he was probably an asshole to work for. Mm-hmm. He was probably a headache to deal with.
Maybe he wasn't too good at managing money.
His shit worked.
There's probably something going on. I see someone gave us bits. Thanks, Sombrawl. Hey, did our little bits thing pop up?
Yeah.
I never pay attention to that.
That's a good question. I have no idea.
We should have a bit thing like right underneath us. Did the little bit thing work? No one ever gives us bits.
So the graphic needs to be like a white splooge in our faces with a sound effect like, and we would make so much money, Jack.
We already have a sound effect that goes.
Just get it right where our faces would be.
I can do that.
We need to do that. Yes.
I can do that.
I bet you will get like a fucking 100 bits.
A deluge of bits.
We'll get a deluge of bits if they can just virtually come in our face.
People are giving us bits, Rich, now. Look, we're just talking about bits and people are giving us bits. Bits are Twitch money. Bits are a way to tip us using Twitch, going only through Twitch. Right now, like...
I'm seeing the other.
Oh yeah, there they are. There's a. There's the dance in us. I like the dance in us. I did see our little animation. So, basically, it's a way for Twitch to also get a piece of people tipping streamers, because if you tip us through PayPal, PayPal gets a cut.
Edo Kendo says, I have some hip-hop recommendations for Jack.
Okay.
Saturation 1, 2, and 3 by Brockhampton and Flower Boy by Tyler the Creator.
Oh, Tyler the Creator, sure.
Salutation 1, 2, and 3 by Brockhampton and Flower Boy by Tyler the Creator.
I like Tyler the Creator.
All 4 of those albums range from good to excellent and came out last year.
Oh, okay. That's actually really good to know. I did not know Tyler the Creator had a new album.
Okay. Valiant Bloodshot says, Jack. Oh, kind of a repeat. Can we talk about the takeover of Valiant? It broke my heart when the CEO was forced to sell the company and makes me very nervous about the future of the books. Yeah, you should be.
Yeah, I mean...
You should be. That's just fact.
Comics are their only purpose now is a breeding ground for a larger market.
Yeah.
So if Valiant is going to be smart, they will keep making the books so they can beta test their movies and or TV shows that they will get from them later. But who knows? They might just try to make a quick buck and pull out, you know.
I'll tell you, there's a splooge on her face for the bit.
Did you think about that because I said pull out?
Yeah, I did.
That's okay, Rich. I'm not sure I'm super comfortable with fans releasing...
No, it'll be a pie to the face. Lemon meringue pie.
That's what it is.
you could throw a pie in our face for your
There
bit
you
donation.
go. There you go. Terrible. Terrible.
Major Misdemeanor says, thanks for showing me Slay the Spire. I was meant to be working from home this week, and Monday and Tuesday were both a write-off. They Slay the Spire. It's addicting.
It's a very addicting game. It gets a lot of that. It gets a lot of that right. It gets a lot of that. You know what? Feeding the monkey the cocaine in a roguelike right.
Dirt Gentlier says, Jack, If you like deck building, you might really like the board game Clank.
Clank.
Family-friendly dungeon crawler with deck building. Very fun. Slay the Spire reminded me of it.
Oh, well, then let me write that down. We're always, you know, the kids are at just that right age where we can start planting the seeds of like, you like playing games, don't you?
More advanced games.
Yeah. Strategy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called Clank. Clank.
Clank.
Clank.
They added an exclamation mark at the end. I don't know if that's part of the name or just something they added.
Oop, I see it. Clank. I will check that out. I got it written down. A deck building adventure.
Okay.
Rich.
Okay.
Ooh, now you're talking.